come and
all they have to do is make an alien sex robot thing, and then
wait, what? No, it did no. Well, yes, because people will do but that's the first. I mean, and that is actually in this movie with Banderas. There is a robot like that. Of course, there is.
You don't say.
Because mankind, or however you want to say that, can't help themselves. So it's the whole pleasure principle and all that stuff. But it's deeper than that. And so
if you make it, somebody's going to want to hump it. Isn't that how the phrase goes?
Yes.
If you build it, they will hump it.
Phrase goes.
Yeah.
But always.
This is Advice from Strangers, the podcast where we ask people we've never met to solve our most intimate problems. I'm your host, Bridget Kimbrough. Let's do this.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Long time no see.
For real.
What's been going on over there?
Not much. We got a dog. He's fixed.
You did? What kind of dog?
Standard poodle.
Oh my God. Okay, those things freak me out. They're too human.
Yeah, it's a big boy. Kind of looks like a person in a dog suit.
Yes. And I'm not comfortable with it. I need to spend some time with one. Is it a puppy?
No, he's
a puppy?
Almost 2 years old now.
Okay.
But
how tall is he?
Standing up, I'd say he's about 5 foot.
That is literally one Bridget high, Stu. I get it. You're a big guy. You want a big dog, but dang, man.
He's about as tall as my wife, so yeah.
Yeah. What'd you name him?
Rizzo.
That's kind of perfect.
Yeah. It was after one of the pink ladies, but...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I love it. And they all kind of, they're sassy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. Okay. And then summer plans? You do anything this summer?
Probably going down to Sarasota, go to the beach for a little bit. Got some friends down there. And then just lots of tennis. Still play a lot of tennis.
Oh, that's right. Are you going pro? What's going on? Is your team... Do you guys do like rounds and tournaments and stuff?
Yeah, we do like a few different, what's it called, leagues a year.
Yeah.
Right now it's like the summer league, so it's really hot and kind of shitty, but it just depends. You go to the playoffs, usually you don't always win, but it goes well.
Okay. So, part of what I'm low-key doing with this pod is encouraging people to open themselves up and engage with strangers, aka the universe, by like letting other opinions in and other voices in. So what I wonder with you is, Stu, do you talk to strangers? Do strangers talk to you? Do you get chatted up because you're a nice boy? Or are they like, oh, he's in all black, and you get this like weird...
I think I talk to people a lot, and I think people also talk to me a lot about, like, to a certain extent, I have tattoos, and so that's a lot of what people ask me about, like in line at Kroger. It's always like, oh, you got a lot of tattoos. What's that one? They're just asking about normal, or not normal, but just shit like that.
Do you get like the older ladies? Is it kind of any rhyme or reason as to who does?
I'd say generally younger people. But I mean, I always talk to I talk to kind of everybody. I always just at least say hello, how are you doing? How's your day going?
Yeah, you're very open.
Yeah.
You're very warm. So I feel like anybody vibe checking could see it, and that you could get the old lady that's hand me that can from the top shelf, or...
I'm so tall, it's easy. I'm always the one they come to.
Yeah, I would go straight to you. Do you go deep with people you don't know, or is it more chit chat?
All chit chat.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you some topics. A couple might be kind of deep. A couple are chit chat. We're gonna talk about them, and you're gonna pick one, and then my guest is gonna come in, and this can be as light or as earnest as we want it to be.
Sounds good.
So you are asking it, but we are asking it, right? So the first one being, should I marry the next guy I see? All right. So obviously that's not a you thing. That's a me thing. How do I hold on to inspiration? Are aliens real? How do I know when it's time to leave the party? And how will I know when I'm happy?
Okay.
So you're picking.
I like, are aliens real?
I was kind of hoping you pick that.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. We're gonna pause and let me tell her to get in here. Hello.
Hi.
Kate, this is Stu.
Hi,
Stu, this is Kate.
Okay.
How are you doing? How are things?
Everything's good. How are
Good.
you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Hanging out in this closet. Kate, your topic is, are aliens real?
Oh, huh. Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. 100%. Yep.
Okay. Tell me more.
Okay. I'm not one of these people that I'm not going to run out to Roswell and, we don't know what they look like. We have people's artistic interpretations of them. I think it's very vain of us to think that we are the only ones in this gigantic, vast universe that exists. I have friends who tease me because sometimes I drift into this way of thinking where I'll say things like the moon isn't real or we're living in a simulation. I love, what is that movie with Jim Carrey where everything is like he's being watched the whole time. So
The
things
Truman
like
Show.
that. Yeah, the Truman Show. I love that. So I absolutely believe what they are, what they're like. I don't think that we know. I recently saw a documentary, like a short film that someone made about a landing in, I think it was Brazil, and 3 people who did not know each other from different parts around this one area reported seeing and smelling, which is weird, the same thing after this crash and things like that. I believe so. I don't know how far you can take it. If you overthink it, you think too much about it, then it can spook you and you can make you feel really weird. If you don't overthink it, it's just one of those like fun things to think about, scary as well, because it's like the unknown. And I mean, I've seen everything from Hollywood's interpretations, terrifying things, to them just being curious about us. So I do believe, yeah.
Do you, and I am actually going to do the like, and then I'm going to go like, Stu, what do you think? And I'm going to go last. Do you think that we've had encounters with them, or just that the way you're saying it, like, of course we can't be the only life force in this universe, but do you think there's been any encounters on Earth with humans and whatever other life force?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like a lot is being hidden from us.
Okay, Stu, I'm really excited that you picked this. I was very in a very Bridget way. I was really excited. Like, what was that, 2 or 3 years ago, when the government were like, "All right, we're going to declassify it, and you're going to get to read like everything that we've got on like our interactions with like life forces." And then, of course, I didn't look up or read anything, which is why I've kind of missed having Stu in my life. So, Stu, jump in here. What do you actually believe, and what do you know?
I also believe that aliens exist, but I don't necessarily believe that they have come to Earth. Because, I mean, it seems like obviously like something probably exists somewhere in the universe outside of here. But like, I can't imagine us hiding, like the government or whatever, being able to actually hide something this crazy. And the whole idea that like aliens come here and just like observe us and then leave and like never tell anyone or like talk to anybody seems kind of nuts. Or just like not nuts, but like uh it just like someone would notice or someone would say something. There's too many people involved.
So, I mean, there's the noticing, right? Like all the stories of people that were like, I saw this, the people that were like in a 3 mile radius, there's like 10 of us that saw, smell, like whatever. You mean like in the government, like it's too big to actually keep that many people on an internal level quiet?
Yeah, more or less.
And then what do you know as far as, did you read any of that stuff? Did you go look at any like declassified Roswell documents or any of that?
Yeah, I've looked at some of it. Or a good bit, or yeah, a bit of it. It's they're like unidentified flying objects, more or less, or what are they,
Yeah.
UAVs? Um, it could be like drones. It could be all sorts of random stuff. Also, like I kind of think that a lot of it's cover for our like weird skunkworks, uh, planes and shit.
Yeah. That it's more governments.
Yeah, random stuff that like who the hell knows? They just like or announced or sent out photos of the new like what is it, the B-21, whatever, the new stealth bomber thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like can also be flown as a drone. It looks crazy and is real small. And there were a bunch of reports of like these big or like smaller yellow triangles like flying in formation. And those have been like a bunch of new UFO sightings, but it's probably just that new plane that they put
It's
out.
probably just the government.
Yeah, flying them around and like testing it.
Yeah.
There's definitely aliens somewhere. Like there's at least like fungus or like something growing somewhere else.
Right. There has to be, right? Like I do think the core of it is exactly like what Kate said. That would be so ridiculous for us to think that this is the only planet and the only instance in which a life form existed and thrived, as much as we thrived, and then also like destroyed it. But I think it's crazy to think that that's never happened. Like that's so like obnoxious or like egocentric to think.
If you have enough like I don't know technology and power to come all the way here, why wouldn't you just like I don't know enslave us or something?
Okay, so that is the other. So then that's the other thing. The narrative is like they exist, but then also like they're coming to get or take or observe because we've done such a good job. Like I don't think if it's we're a species, like when I think there has to be another one, I don't just mean one. Like there has to be others. I mean, yes, this are we the example of a success or a failure, right? So like I do think it's human ego that they would want to come take Earth or take us. But I like the idea that they came and like danced around for a minute and then like split. I'm down for that. I don't want to get abducted. But I say this, I would like to see one. I would like to see a ship, not an alien per se, but I'd like to see a ship or like something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, what do you think about all that footage they have? I think it's weird that they're very much into Latin America and Mexico. And if you look at like if you go to Chichen Itza or you go to some of these ruins, there's weird stuff carved in there that would like that kind of like hints to like they've already been here. They've already interacted with these people,
I like that.
Yeah, like why did they build these things so high? Why what, can you explain the pyramids? No, what are they? I don't know. Like why like stuff that goes up, things like maybe there was a reason for that. And then I don't know. I feel like they've already been here. They already like did some stuff, and then like they were like, yeah, we're gonna go for a while and then come back. But if you look at footage, see, that's the thing that where I get on the fence about like, wow, that is so scary and real, and that's Photoshop. You know, it's like, but I see stuff, and it's strange how they have like an affinity for these certain places, and then you don't see them in other places. You know, like they seem to
Yeah.
kind of like want to go to the same places over and over. And then there's things like that image of it looks like a landing strip under the ocean where like a ship had landed or was like welcome to land or something. Like, we don't know. There's things you can see from outer space that don't make sense. You know, how did they get there? Who made them? Why do they exist? You know, so many years ago. It's fascinating. I mean, but then you can get caught up in this, so you go down the rabbit hole of the whole, like, you know,
Yeah.
you become this instant believer,
Underwater
and then
aircraft carrier.
my thought when I was younger was like, don't think about it too much, because they can feel you telepathically, and they will come to get you. They will come and visit you. You can manifest that and bring that in, and all of a sudden they're there. You know,
Boom, gone.
that stuff scares me. It's like, I don't know, those movies where you see that they actually come into people's homes and like you don't have any power over them. They can like break locks and all the light in the windows, and like that stuff is like, I sometimes I can't watch it because it's somebody's imagination created that, or it's someone that knows more than other people know. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't tell too many people about this because you start to sound like a flat earther or a person who's like totally, you know, off their rocker. And I kind of keep my ideas to myself. But yeah, I mean, I watched that documentary. I watched it twice because it was really scary what these people saw and heard, and but they're still putting their stories together. It's like they did not know each other, and their stories all align.
Yeah.
They're all like, yeah. So, and then there was that guy that was like taken up and supposedly is like the reason why people think that they do, like, you know, butt probing and the whole like skin grafting and stuff like that is because this man swears up and down that he went into a spaceship and his friends couldn't find him for a couple days. And that's a film also that I haven't watched yet, but it's out there.
So I do believe that, let's say like a ship crashed, right? So they didn't necessarily, maybe they're doing a flyby and they're like, what's on that planet? They weren't really planning to come here, right? And then let's say something goes wrong and they crash. I absolutely do believe that the government would be like, scoop, put it in a warehouse and hide it.
Definitely.
Like, we are not like, no,
Definitely.
noping out of this, and we'll let people think that it was, or we will say that we were testing like a warplane. What were you going to say, Stu?
I'm just saying, if you have any kind, like, let's say the International Space Station or any kind of like spaceship, like, don't you think they could just like look at Earth from farther away? They don't need to like come all the way here. We have spy satellites that can like read your fucking license plate. Like, why did the aliens that can travel from other galaxies need to actually like get that close?
Okay.
You know?
But I'm falling into I'm going into the accident of a ship or any part of a ship being here to me makes more sense than the deliberate, like they really just wanted to like land on Earth. But I do think that any scenario where that happened, any evidence of an other being, like, no, I definitely think the government would immediately, because just as much as it makes sense that they were trying to test some stuff they don't want us to know that they have, you can flip it, right? It makes just as much sense on either side of that coin that they are hiding something they don't want us to know, and they're letting us believe the inverse of that, right? So it works either way.
Chaos.
Huh?
Like, this would cause chaos. So
because this would cause chaos. Yeah, that's the smoking man territory where they're like, we cannot let people know this.
Okay. I think they've already been here and they have already said we're going to dominate, so don't even try. So the government's like, okay, so what they're doing, here's my other theory. With the introduction of AI, it's a soft introduction on the internet. Oh, use AI to do this, chatbot, whatever. Use AI to help you, you know. Okay, next is going to be robots. You seen those robots? They're super scary. They have those ones that are very realistic and lifelike. You know, what's that movie? That brilliant movie where the guy like created all the women.
Ex Machina.
Yes. Okay, so that okay is next, and then after that is they already know. It's a soft introduction, so people won't get freaked out when it actually happens. It's not going to happen now. It's going to be like, oh, baby.
You mean a reveal? What is the the reveal that this actually exists? And wait, so Kate, in this scenario, because I love that, like 3 seconds ago, you're like, I don't want to say too much because people are going to think I'm crazy, and now you're like, okay, here's what it is. In this scenario that you're rolling out, is it that the aliens have been here the whole time?
Not the whole time. They came and they left their message and they did their thing, and you know, they said this is what is out there, and the government's like, oh, okay, so they're like way more powerful than we are. So they're like, because they're like fly spaceships. We don't, you know, we've been to the moon, have we? I don't know, and I'm not gonna. That's a totally different topic. So
we definitely have.
Really?
Yeah.
Why haven't we gone back?
It's expensive. It's super expensive.
There's so much to explore. We're so much more interested in Mars that has like no water.
There's nothing on the moon, and it's super expensive. We've got robots on the moon now. We've got robots on Mars, but it's expensive. Mars or the moon is just like a rock.
You do have to, here's the thing, you have to address it on a global standpoint, because every argument like this is so nationalized. What about the rest of like the world?
Also went to the moon?
Right. So you're saying like there's a collab of a lie about a fake moon between America. That's what I'm saying, is all of the conspiracy theories that we never left the earth is so America, just like, well, if America didn't do it, it doesn't exist.
Well, the Russians would have, or the Soviet Union would have definitely called out the United States if we didn't go to the moon.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, is like there would have to be a global conspiracy to lie about a moon for the purpose of
giving the U.S. props.
Right. And Russia's in on it.
Two sizes.
I love the they were here first. I love that, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, and this is just from like movies I've seen. So let's just talk about like, you know, robots for a minute. We all understand that, like, yes, robots are cool as shit. And then ultimately they are going to become sentient and kill us. Right? I mean, it's just, we've just been taught that enough with science fiction that I totally fucking believe it. And so what about that world? Because that doesn't have to be alien, right? It does not actually have to, that other being doesn't actually have to be from another planet, right? So at some point, right, that like...
Okay, so I love sci-fi. Nerd. I mean, I'm just going to tell you, nerd alert. I love it. I could watch it. I watch every like genre of it, every like angle of it. I love it. I recently watched or rewatched one called Automata. I think it is what's his name that Melanie Griffith was married to? Is that Antonio Banderas?
Antonio Banderas.
Yeah. So he made this movie and it's all like a dystopian, you know, the planet has like, you know, we created these robots. I'm not going to do any spoiler alerts, but there's two rules they have to follow. The first is like that they have to follow the command of humans, and the second is like they can't reprogram themselves. But then there's one, and I don't want to tell the rest of the movie, but essentially what the movie was saying was like, we created them. We made them, you know, we made them to be like assistants or to help our kids or whatever. It's like that, you know, there's lots of movies on that premise, and then something goes wrong. and all of a sudden they become evil and they hurt us and they kill us or they lead our children astray or whatever. That's bringing that focus back to us as the creator. Okay. So, but what if they were already being created or have been created, and this is just a slow like drive and to get us used to having, girl, stop laughing, to have us used to having them around. I'm serious.
Yeah.
It's like
she's back to the yes. The aliens are slow rolling this technology out to us. We think it's human advancement, and they're just slow rolling what they already had, and we're just like eating up the little nuggets, and then they're gonna be like, bah! And then that's it.
All they have to do is make an alien sex robot thing, and then.
Wait, what? No, it didn't. No. Well, yes, because people will do but that's the first. I mean, and that is actually in this movie with Banderas. There is a robot like that. Of course, there is.
You don't say.
Because mankind, or however you want to say that, can't help themselves. Oh, what's the first thing we can make this thing do? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the whole pleasure principle and all that stuff, but it's deeper than that. And so
if you make it, somebody's gonna want to hump it. Isn't that how the phrase goes?
Yes.
If you build it, they will hump it.
Phrase goes.
Yeah.
But always, but so there is that element of it, and of course, I was like expecting that somewhere in the movie.
I just think like, and the whole like going evil or going wrong, that's a great storytelling like thing. But what I'm saying is that self-learning entities are going to ultimately be more intelligent than us, at which point we serve zero purpose. But Stu, what do you think? Do you think it's all bullshit, or are aliens gonna kill us, or robots gonna kill us?
I don't think robots are gonna kill us.
No,
I'm not gonna say that.
The AI stuff is a lot of it's like good. It's good for making like content.
Yeah.
Not good content.
Yeah, you're right. I like
that. Make a bunch of junk. It's just like made out of internet junk. But
I like the movie Arrival with Amy Adams. Isn't that who's in that? She's a linguist and she works to like, and they.
Yeah, when it's like the big P thing.
Yeah, she communicates with them. All right, that's what it's about. You know, the movie Contact was so fascinating while you're thinking. Like, I saw that movie in the theater with my mom, who is a huge Trekkie. You know, she's big Star Trek. She loves Star Wars. She loves all that stuff because my mom believes. You know, she's like, and I don't want to say too much about her, but, you know, she's very Christian, which is like, runs that fine line of like, you know, you can't be both religious and a believer, but yeah, you can. It's like, and we went to see that film and she was like on the edge of her seat because its communication was something beyond where we are, you know, and it was the music and the notes and the rhythm of it all, you know. And then this movie Arrival, she figures out their like alphabets. Like, of course there's all that stuff that we're gonna have to, but you know, there's symbols everywhere in, you know, pyramids and you know, the ruins and things like that like we don't really know yet. What is that? What is it? Who wrote that?
What's that? Do you have that Time Life? Isn't that a Time Life series? Remember those books? And there's like one that's like ancient symbols, and it's telling you like where they all are. And
soft intro,
because
soft rollout.
Soft rollout.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Well, I guess my point is like, how do you know all the aliens aren't just at like our same point? We're like, we went to the moon, but like, you know, they're fuck off far away, like thousands of light years away.
Right.
And like, they're they're Egyptian level. Who knows? Like, we have nowhere to go. Like, obviously, there has to be something else out there, but like, it doesn't mean they can come and like talk to us or crash the thing.
I think that the alien is here, but I think the aliens are sentient robots.
Like, I know people have imagination. That was like such an incredible film, but don't you think somewhere maybe someone took that story from something? And I don't know. It seems really real to me. It seems very real.
Yeah, there's a ton of stories like that. And
very possible.
They're fun. But the thing is, they're romantic. I don't know what believing in God, believing in aliens has to do with each other than it's actually the same thing. It's that you have and want to have a belief in something like bigger than us just walking around on Earth, because us just walking around on Earth is boring. Yeah. So I think it's a romanticism, but then if you're a sci-fi writer, it's also fun to make it an action film. And that's what I'm saying. It's just storytelling. So like in the action film, then they're coming after us. But I think it's hard to imagine a scenario in which they don't exist. But like Stu's saying, like it's probably so far away, it wouldn't ever really happen that we would encounter each other, or like whatever supports your existence on the planet that you are would never transfer, right? So just like Stu was saying, if it's like goo or plant or whatever, it has to kind of stay where it is, and we have to stay where we are. But that's sad and boring, and it's way cooler to think that there were aliens like putting hieroglyphs places and like drawn in caves and shit, you know, or vampires, because that's also, you know, a narrative too. It's just more fun than just us learning a lot and then, you know, kind of becoming jerks and trying to blow each other up.
I think that the whole thing of like we can't exist in each other's atmospheres is like very intentional in the universe. So I don't know. I mean, like, were I to encounter what, I don't know what I would do. I would want to be friendly, but when would they, like, you know, would that be the end of me? I don't know. Like, would my naivety and my curiosity be like, you know, I don't know. And then given the option, like, has anyone ever taken a poll? Like, would you go in an alien spaceship? I think most people would say no. Because you don't know what's going to happen. You probably can't come back.
You wouldn't.
There's
you wouldn't come back.
Somebody that goes. It's like,
really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, really?
Would you go, Stu? Final question. Would you go?
Yeah.
I feel like you would go. Yeah.
How else are you going to figure out what's going on?
Wow.
I would want to go, and then would be like, Stu, enjoy it. Please enjoy your time. Yeah. I feel like we did it. So for others, in the form of advice, I think it's healthy to, like, you need to find where you stand on it, but I think it's healthy to believe in aliens. I think it's healthy to assume
I think it's that to believe that there isn't other life somewhere.
Yeah. I'm 100% believer, but I don't tell a lot of people. I'm telling y'all, it's like, you know, I keep it to myself, and then if I'm asked, then but that's the thing. People trap me. They ask me, and then I tell them, and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I have a whole theory on it, and more." And more. There's more where it comes from, but I just don't tell people because, you know, I just don't think that we should. I don't know. I'm private about that stuff. It's like, you know.
I think it's kind of common now. I do kind of assume that people are going to say yes, but we'll find out. Okay. We did it, you guys. That's the whole thing right there. I promoted BSG. We talked about some robots. We all believe in aliens. Boom. And all right. I love you both. Thank you so much.
I love you too. Thanks. Nice to meet you, Stu.
Great. Good to meet you too.
Okay. All right.
Bye, guys. Cheers to this week's co-host, Stuart. And the biggest of thank yous to our stranger, Kate Dana. Kate Dana is a bilingual content creator and international adventure enthusiast in Sacramento, California. Stu and Kate had never met, never heard each other's names, or seen each other's faces before this recording.